gonna buy you around at the bar. Facts, or Rangers for sure. Texas Rangers is fool. And listen, I ain't scared no Texas Rangers fool. Nigga ain't scared no Texas Rangers. Straight up, nigga. They, I wouldn't get down with a Texas Ranger. Yeah. Nah, it's playing. We call it the gangsters be saying Texas Rangers. I'm just popping it.
Find out about this paperwork. I mean, you know, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Sometimes when you got people on the internet who you are into it with, these are the things they do. Now, I can't say it's unfair because we know that Wack 100 will definitely go to the extremes to prove that someone is not right. Someone is a rat. Someone has done something wrong, especially when it comes to the law and cooperating with the law or something about a case. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, though, I guess all is fair in love and war, right? Well, with that being said, though, there's been other people who have come out with information. Now, yesterday I reached out to Byron Blake, who actually posted some new stuff on this particular case as well. And he said that it was okay that I use his content. So let's check out what Byron Blake actually revealed, because I think the question is why was the case dismissed in the interest of justice, and what does that even mean?
The trooper advised the driver, later identified as Cash McElroy Jones, that he had been stopped for speeding. The defendant replied that he was a truck driver and always runs about 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. The trooper then requested identification from both the driver and the passenger. The passenger had to be woken up in order to provide identification. The trooper then asked the driver about his trip and was told that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma because his brother got killed and they had to take his mom back to California for the funeral. Upon questioning of the passenger, Robert Jones, the trooper was told that their brother had been killed and that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the funeral. Trooper Chase observed that during the time he was running the routine driver's license check that Cash Jones, the driver of the vehicle, could not stay still. The trooper observed that he was pacing back and forth, bending over and looking back at the vehicle, indicating to the trooper that the driver was nervous. Also, during this period of time, the trooper observed that the car was rented from April 16, 2005 until April 18, 2005, and that they were traveling from Palmdale, California to Tulsa, Oklahoma. After completing the warning, the trooper went back to explain it to the defendant. The trooper observed that while he was explaining the warning to the defendant, he grabbed the clipboard quickly and signed his name very quickly. After the defendant had signed the warning, the trooper asked him if he had anything illegal in the vehicle, and the defendant turned away and stated no in a low tone of voice. It was at this point Trooper Chase asked the defendant for permission to search the vehicle, and the defendant became combative at the request. During the course of the search, troopers located a black rifle, a black shotgun, a loaded black pistol, along with several clips and large amounts of ammunition for each gun. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. A further search of the vehicle revealed a cigarette rolling apparatus which contained the strong odor of marijuana.
Now I would imagine if I'm riding on the highway in Texas in a small city and I got this cop having me pulled over, me and my brother, we got a carload of straps in the back, because apparently Wack and his brother were saying that they were on their way to Oklahoma to put in work behind their brother's passing. Either way, I would imagine he would be nervous at this point, so it's not hard for me to believe that at all. Along with, man, at the end of the day, I just would have not given them permission to search the car either. But they ended up finding what they found after searching the vehicle. Now, another question that's in the play is Wack admitted to leaving, or Wack admitted to traveling to Oklahoma. This stop happened in Texas, and the rental car was actually rented from somewhere in Palmdale, California. Now, people are saying, like, with all of the state lines that were crossed, with all of these straps in the back of this car, this would have automatically made this a federal case. But I'll let Byron Blake give his opinion about that.
Now, just off of that short reading, it's obvious that Wack isn't being honest and the stories are contradictory. He told me that the feds could not pick the case up because they couldn't prove that he was traveling across state lines with the weapons. Well, now we got the paperwork that shows the car was rented from Palmdale, California. You got caught in Texas, and you personally told them that you were on your way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is all of the proof that the feds need that you were traveling across state lines. But just going, following an evidentiary pattern that like they would do in court, the fact that you rented the car from Palmdale, California, and you got caught in Texas is enough of an indication to them that you were traveling across state lines because the car was rented somewhere and you got pulled over somewhere else. Not to mention the fact that they evaluate things like how long the car was rented for. If you just rented this car on April 16th in Palmdale, California, and then you get pulled over April 16th in Texas, then it's pretty obvious that you have traveled across state lines.
Now, with all that being said about crossing state lines or if the feds should pick up the case or not, I'm still on the term dismissed in the interest of justice. Now, Wack 100 would actually do a clubhouse room, and he would say that his case was dismissed because of illegal search and seizure.
I know what I beat my case under, illegal search and seizure. So all you got to do is go Google, right, reasons for dismissal under the interest of justice. Just go Google it. Texas, nigga, there you go.
Well, according to this paperwork, the defendant's motion to suppress was denied. Yeah, you heard me right. The motion to suppress evidence illegally seized was denied. So how Wack is claiming that he got the entire case thrown out because of illegal search and seizure when the motion to have the evidence thrown out for illegal search and seizure was denied is beyond me.
Now, here we have a couple things going on. We have someone reading the paperwork. Byron Blake is reading the paperwork, okay? We have Deuce Sims calling the clerk of courts in Wheeler County, Texas. And we also have Wack 100's brother, who also is giving his account of the situation and stating that he would have took the case for Wack.